Shalom. All praises unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakha Qudash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And shalom to the hopeful elect Akim that are teaching this word. Shalom Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakha Qudash. As you can see,
like you said,
Salakia. As you see here, there's this, the lad on the right? His name's AD. I believe he's from America. He does music and also he hosts on TV show, the Adam 22's podcast and things like that. But anyway, he mentioned something. Basically, they're talking about like this Adam 22 character, and because there was a controversy on the social media with, to do with like adultery and things like that. And anyway, the Jake, they're both Jakes, but the Jake, he said something. He said pretty much, he mentioned to the white looking brother that basically he went to a beach out there in America and it was all these like Edomites like popping each other basically, And then basically he was saying that ain't things that like black people do basically. So it just made me think basically pretty much of the two nations in the womb, meaning the nation of Edom and the Israelites, and how they're two different spirits, So for him to say that, and because Jake in their spirit referring to Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, they know things are wrong, but they do it anyway, the things of the flesh and things like that in this world. But in their spirit, they know things are wrong. Whereas Esau is a carnal man. He just does everything fleshly, basically, But the point is, he mentions that, and then he says, that ain't things that black people will do. I'll play the clip in a minute, which is really talking about Israelites, because Jake in their spirit know when things are right and wrong. There's two different spirits, man. But the point is, why a lot of these Jakes too, they're always, he's saying that, but basically, why are you there anyway? So, a lot of our people are in a hypocritical state because they know things are wrong, but they'll do it anyway. For what? For money, for fame, for all these, the accolades that come with this world, man. So I'm going to play this here.
But if you like a fucking just freak.
That's what he is, isn't he? He's a mad freak, bro.
Well,
it's too much, man.
I ain't gonna say it's just him, because like I went to this resort, hedonism too, right? And like all
he said, so he said, oh, they're talking about Adam 22, and he said, oh, but I ain't gonna say it's just him. Meaning, so what does he mean by that? So they know what he means by that. They're all involved in these kind of things. And then he said he went to a resort called hedonism too. And listen to what he says here.
Fucking white niggas, man. They weren't, no, not white niggas. All these white people, they're like fucking on the beach freely and shit like that. And I'm like, I ain't see too many black people doing that shit.
Yeah, out of boundaries.
And then you think about it too, right? When you think about the people who like, you want to fuck my wife? What's the first like type of person pops up in your head?
Adam 22.
Oh, okay, there you go. Shit, you said it.
That's the point pretty much. It's like, basically he went to, like say, he went to that resort and that's what he observed. But what's he doing there anyway, man? We know our people are caught up into the ways of the wicked, man. But I'm going to read this here. But he mentioned that's not something that, Jakes would do basically. So they know in their spirit what's right and wrong. So this is Genesis 25 and 23. It says, and the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb. And this is the history of Jacob and Esau. Esau referring to these so-called white folks, these Edomites, and Jacob referring to the Israelites. All right. So it says, and the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. All right. 2 nations are in the womb, 2 manner of people, 2 separate spirits of people, man. All right. So Jake and Esau have a totally different spirit. Esau, even he mentioned it. Esau will do things like that. There'll be a group of Edomites butt-ass naked on a beach popping each other. That's that orgy, that Rome spirit, man. That's a totally different spirit. Whereas Jake know that that's wrong, even though our people do be doing that shit in this world because they're following the ways of the wicked, man. But that spirit is generally Esau's. Edomites are like, basically anything according to the law, they just don't do. They don't keep the law at all, man. It's not in them. They're major adulterers, This whole LGBTQ spirit, who does that fall under? Esau. Even the spirit of adultery in this world, that's really pushed by Esau, because he doesn't punish that in this world, so to speak. It's allowed, basically, because that's what they do, swap wives and all that spirit, man. So it says, two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and one people shall be stronger than the other. And that's the stronger than the other. I mean, we know who that is. That's the Israelites. And what proves that is just look at everything within society. Sports, music. We always mention this, but you see it. Our people are physically and mentally stronger than the Edomites. That's just a fact. All right? One people shall be stronger than the, says, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. All right? And that's basically ultimately Esau is going to be beneath us in the end anyway. Just like we're under them now, in the future, we're going to rule them basically. All right? So let me read this here. Let me, Leviticus 18. Because even in Leviticus, it goes into basically things that we shouldn't be doing as a people, referring to Israel. Like, for example, Israel, the Negroes and Latinos know that LGBTQ shit is wrong. All right? But you're seeing it heavy now in this world. But for the most part, Jake would have been doing that for years undercover, basically. Whereas Esau flaunts that openly. But now it's a different society. Now it's the end time. So it's just all up in people's faces, man. You're seeing, and who's the new poster guys of that world? It's mainly these Jakes, man. These celebrity rappers, and they all pushing that spirit. So anyway, but I'll read this here. Leviticus 18 and 24. Defile not you yourselves in any of these things, for in all these the nations are defiled, which I cast out before you. And if you read up, it goes into things. It says, and thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire to Molech, neither shalt thou profane the name of thy power. I am the Lord. And Jake be doing that. You got these. Well, how do you think a lot of these celebrities get amongst our people? And another one that's popping up recently, like P. Diddy, for example. How the hell do you think they get everything that they have, man? They've committed sacrifices. They put their children onto Molech, sacrificed their children, sacrificed family members to get all these riches. All right? They're into alternative lifestyles. All right? Even that dude, that AD lad, why would he said he went to a resort called Heathenism 2. What is he doing there? What is he doing there? They're all involved in the same shit, man. But the point is, Jake in their spirit know that it's wrong. All right? So it says, and thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire to Molech, neither shalt thou profane the name of thy power. I am the Lord. Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is an abomination. That's the LGBTQ. All right. And furthermore, you're not meant to even see the nakedness of others, basically. Other men, basically. You're not meant to see that. But Esau pushes that in this world, man. What do you think all that gym spirit is? That gym spirit. You go into a changing rooms in a gym, you see, obviously I haven't been there in a while, but you go into them changing rooms, dudes is in them showers and all that shit. Everyone's naked in there, practically. Even the clothing. But that's talking about, I mentioned straight up being nude, man, which is pushed in this world. So thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind, it is an abomination. Neither shalt thou lie with any beast to defile thyself, bestiality. Therefore, therewith, neither shall any woman stand before a beast to lie down thereto. It is confusion. And that happens in this world. Bestiality, all of that. And who's the main people that push that? The Edomites, man. But now everyone in the world is totally just under that vibe, especially in Western societies, is totally under that vibration, man. All right? It says, before a beast to lie down thereto, it is confusion. Defile not yourselves in any of these things, for in all these things the nations are defiled, which I cast out before you. Yeah, all these heathens, that's what they do. That's their thing. So we ain't meant to follow along in them lifestyles, but that's why a lot of our people are going to die in these last days, man. Because they're not keeping what the Lord said, basically. All right? They're not keeping what the Lord said. So I'm going to read this here, Romans 2 and 14. But it is in our people's spirit to know what's right and wrong, all right? So this is Romans Bear with me a second. Romans 2 verse 14. All right. Romans 2 verse 14 says, for when the Gentiles, which have not the law, do by nature the things contained in the law. And that's why he even said, oh, that in that clip, he said, that's some white people shit, basically. You know, that defiled behavior. That's like white people shit. He said, that's something black folks wouldn't do. All right. But our people right now, they're in a Gentile state of mind. They're in a heathenistic state of mind. But the scripture says, for when the Gentiles, which have not the law, do by nature the things contained in the law, these having not the law are a law unto themselves, which show the work of the law written in their hearts. So there's things our people do, you know, that are according to the law, but they don't know what's fully going on, but it's in their spirit. Like you got some of our people, they don't know the Bible tells them not to eat pork, but they don't eat pork. You know, you got some of our people that they don't know that the Bible tells them not to be having like long hair like women, you know, so they cut their hair and all that. Yeah, so they cut their hair and all that. They keep it short and they keep the law because it's in them basically. And then you have our people that are just totally going off. But that's the point. Our people are in a Gentile state of mind, but they know they do things of the law basically, you know, pretty much. That's why he basically even said that, because he knows it's wrong, you know. But you know, that's why the majority of the people of this world have to be destroyed, man, because it's just lawless, man. It's you know, in some way, shape or form, everyone's following the ways of this beast, man. This system, all right. Everyone's following the ways, man. Like you might, like I was mentioning, you got Jakes that say they don't eat pork, for example, but then guess what? They don't grow their beards. They shave. So you don't eat pork, but then you will shave, you know? You just breaking the, you just committing wickedness, basically. That's what goes on in this society, man. So it says, for when the Gentiles which have not the law do by nature the things contained in the law, these having not the law are a law unto themselves, which show the work of the law written in their hearts, all right? So pretty much our people know they know when things are right, they know when things are wrong, you know? It's they do it naturally, okay? So let me read this here. But you see, now in this world, man, that whole LG thing and things like that, right? It's become the norm, man. It's just become the norm. It's become socially acceptable. You know, it's in the music, and everyone just given over to the spirit of Satan, man. They've given over to the spirit of Satan. But let me read this one here. I'll end it on this. It's just a quick one, Lord willing. Matthew 5:17. But guess what? The Yahushua is about the law, man. The Lord, when Yahushua returns, when we believe in Yahushua, when he returns, he's going to establish his law again. But until he comes back, we're meant to do our best to keep the law to the best of our ability until he returns, man. So this is Matthew 5:17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law of the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. So we're supposed to teach the law, man. What's right and what's wrong. All right, with the correct understanding, and to keep it. Not to just do what we want out here, man. I mean, that clip just made me think pretty much how, like, Jake, they know what's right and wrong they know what's right and wrong. But guess what? A lot of our people are seduced by this world, man. But you see, we're meant to teach them to keep this law, man. That's important. Have faith in Yahushua and keep his law. So it says, whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. So we're supposed to teach the law, man. All right? And teach it unto our people. Tell them not to eat pork. Tell them to grow their beards. All right? Tell them who they are. Tell them who Esau is. Tell them the nuclear missiles are coming. You know, the prophecies. You know, tell them, to get out of these wicked ways of life. But we know, we're going to keep saying that, but we know it's only for the elect anyway. You know? But anyway, that's the point. That just made me think of basically of the law being it's within our our people. But they're seduced by this world, man. They're 2/3. But anyway, Hey, with that, I'm going to say all praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And shalom to the hopeful elect Akim that teaching this word. Shalom Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Shalom, shalom.